Okay, I just want to talk about some of the covers of albums and CDs and the occultic connotations to it. This is an old Blue Oyster cult, and it's interesting because if you count up to here, it's 13 steps. This would be the 14th, but I'm going to see if you can see this. This character here has the female and male symbol on it. And that's a cultic hand symbol as well. And it's got this cross. It's kind of strange. It's got that hook, just like the band Ghost. The dogs, the dualism. If I open this up, you know, there's the songs, but this is very interesting. It's like a spaceman with a spaceship as his one eye. Let's see when we get close. And you can't really tell what those creatures are, but it's kind of humanoid. And there's that symbol again of the hook upside down. Turning it on this side, it's like fairly normal. And then there's a spaceship with the hook upside down on it. The Moody Blues, not, you know, it almost appears occultic, but I don't think it is. Although that's a pyramid, step pyramid without the top. This appears to be some sort of a hall with Roman figures on it. Let's see if I can get close. It's probably a famous music hall that they were at. Of course, the Beatles, you know, we all know that. Open it up, it's a bunch of people. And then this is Led Zeppelin, Houses of the Holy. This is like some sort of pentagram with a hole. What's kind of weird, I mean, I remember when this came out, it was disturbing. A lot of people were talking about it. But, I mean, look at this. He's at some kind of an ancient castle, and it's a man holding up a child. I mean, it just looks not good. And the backside again. Like there's, I don't know if this was Giant's Causeway over in Ireland. I'm thinking it might be, but I don't know for sure where this came from. And then there's Peter Gabriel. He's got the one eye differentiation. Stripes. Black and white stripes on his shirt. There he is normal. And this is interesting. It's called Tangerine Dream. Got the baby. Now, there's a lot of old music that had fairly normal covers, like Berlin, Purple Rain, Scorpions, Jimi Hendrix is all psychedelic, just some cultural music. Normal covers, Hair, psychedelic again, Pat Benatar, Prince, Fleetwood Mac, although I believe I think she's a witch or something. You know, fairly normal, but a lot of this occultic symbolism just didn't seem to really creep into the mainstream until like the 70s. It started to a little bit, and then it really is, it's almost like in everything now. Now, just looking at my CDs, I got, you know, more, but it's interesting. I want to talk about a few of their symbolism, or covers with symbolism. How to Destroy Angels. It's got the cube on the back. And it's upside down. Everything's upside down. The earth and everything on that one. And then you got the B-52s. Let's see if you can see it. She's holding a ring. He's got like an axe or like a Freemasonic symbol. And he's got a pyramid. Iron Maiden. Ah, that's interesting. And we know Ozzy. Just as something normal. Janis Joplin. I mean, it's just pretty normal, okay? The Mamas and the Papas, pretty normal. We all know about the Beatles. There's Aleister Crowley in there, and all the rest of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Band. Incubus, succubus. They got the pentagram and then the inverse pentagram within it. Christina Aguilera. And then there's Journey. Okay, continuing on, there's a band called Sirius. Submersed. Got that eye inside the rings. Holy smoke, Peter Gabriel, one eye shut. Normal. One eye. King Missile. Pretty much, I think you know what that is. Zola Jesus with that black goo, which represents the bloodline of Prometheus. You see that in the movie Prometheus. It's now, you know, all over and in Lady Gaga and her videos and several other people. Here's another one of Zola Jesus. Of course, David Bowie. Third eye. And he has some normal covers as well. And then Lana Del Rey's pretty simple. Now, Blondie, I always liked. Black and white symbolism, that one's hard to tell. That could just be a color scheme. She's pretty normal. And then Garbage, Absolute Garbage or Garbage, Shirley Manson. That's pretty, like, simple. Jimi Hendrix, you know, pretty psychedelic and normal. Even the Madonna video CDs, you know, they're pretty simple. They're not. She doesn't have a lot in there. I know she does a lot, you know, in some of the videos lately and everything with the crosses and all, but for the most part, most of her CDs are pretty normal, although that's your left eye, or your, yeah, left eye differentiation. And then you got Lady Gaga. Got this golem haircut thing going on, black leather. There she is. And Botticelli Aphrodite, who, you know, the planet Venus belongs to her, although Lucifer, Prometheus, Satan tries to claim it. So that's, and here's the black and white on the back, dualism. So when they, you know, sometimes they'll refer to Aphrodite, or Venus. They don't even say Aphrodite. I mean, they'll code it, but in this sense, it's really Lucifer, Prometheus, who is trying to claim the planet Venus as his own, but it was assigned to Aphrodite, the daughter of Zeus. Left eye differentiation on the glasses. Okay, and then Led Zeppelin. Let me see if you can see. One eye of the moon got poked. Okay. And then on the other one, they've got Saturn. Isn't that, everybody is with the Saturn. That's Cronus. Alanis Morissette, pretty normal. Turn the back, you'll see a snake. Goldfrapp, the peacock. Although they're pretty normal, though I've seen her do some one-eye stuff lately in her videos. Therion is another name for Satan. Satan, Prometheus, Lucifer, Master Therion. This is a band, and they've incorporated the Clip-Off in some of their videos. I've seen some, or Kabbalah and Clip-Off. Very good band, though. And then there's Within Temptation. This is more, I guess, I like their music. I'm just trying to think of the word. That's maybe the closest of something interesting, but they're fairly normal. Shakespeare's Sister, you know, one-eye differentiation. All the stars. And then you got Jane's Addiction. Very interesting cover. And these steps with skulls on them. Goldfrapp again with her wolves, but she's fairly benign. Eve 6 with the fly. Dada, this is an flaming horse and a troll. Interesting. Okay, now this one's White Snake. They got the snake on the woman. And Robert Plant, you know, with his Aleister Crowley crossed hands like a pharaoh. This is kind of disturbing. Goo Goo Dolls. This The hands look bloody and there's a baby there in the middle. I don't know, it's just rather disturbing. And on the back, a woman, and then the hand pointing a finger to this star, which has rings around it, like Saturn. How strange. Steel heart, fairly normal. Okay, so just a few normal ones here. This one's interesting. Molly Hatch. It was very Viking. It's got the snake. Slaughter. Kind of interesting. This is just rather amusing versus occultic. Van Halen's got those rings. Obviously Ghost. You know, I talk a lot about that. Very fascinating band that pretty much, it's pretty straightforward in their songs of what they are worshiping or singing about. Hans and Gretel. Okay. Okay, so these are some normal ones. I don't see anything too, you know, just to show you something more normal versus what I was just showing. You know, even though some of these people may do an El Diablo or something in their videos or shows, for the most part. Now here's Stevie Nicks. She's on that black and white floor in the red dress. Okay. Yeah. And then, remember Donna Summer? That's what it was in the 70s and 80s. Beautiful dress, some heels, and all about dancing and all that. That's all it was. Singing and having a good time. System of a Down. Pretty normal. Look at that. Very plain. Berlin. John Mellencamp. Used to be John Cougar. He hated it, so he changed his name back after he got famous and just like put his finger up to the industry. I thought this was rather interesting. Sponge. It's like a bunch of candy corn in the face. Rather interesting. Foreigner. Tom Petty's pretty normal. Ryan Adams, pretty normal. Pearl Jam. Don't even see them anymore. Pretty normal. Black Crowes. Joe Jackson, pretty normal. And Ted Nugent, Wingo Tango. Pretty normal, other than some of his antics, but Van Halen. And, yeah, Blur. Depeche Mode, pretty normal. You know, Moby. Moody Blues. Moby again. Sonique. Just, trying to show you, these are fairly benign and normal, but, Typo Negative. And, Lana Del Rey. And Adam Lambert, Amy Winehouse, The Cramps. Oh, yeah. Okay, fairly normal. Although it's interesting, too, now the guy's name was Lux Interior, and I just read something that Lux means Lucifer, so Lucifer inside, although I would consider him more Dionysian. This guy has passed away, though. I would consider him more Dionysian. It's interesting, look at the hat he has on. So I just wanted to show you the artwork. Rather interesting, rather symbolic. I'm sure there's other artwork that, like I said, in their videos and everything, that really is even more symbolic than just some of the simple stuff that I've shown. But definitely some occultic overtones to a lot of this, especially this Blue Oyster Cult. Let's see if I can, just really. Okay. At some point, I want to go back into some old cylinders I have with a Thomas Edison phonograph and start looking at the music that was going on during the turn of the century. I've done some of that on one of my channels, but it'll be interesting to compare. Thanks.